All right, welcome back. It is time for Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. My name still remains Omobola Sandra, and we've had quite a conversation this morning and on trends in the papers. We've looked at a lot of trending stories across three papers this morning. We looked at Vanguard, The Punch, and The Guardian newspaper. And of course, Fuhad Sahid was, hanging out with me via the phone line, and is still with us also via the phone line. So right now, before we go into Milan Focus proper, let me go through the major trending stories so that we can know where we can pitch our tents of interest this morning on Milan Focus, because today being Thursday, it means that we're going to be opening up the phone line for you to share your thoughts, choose your own focus from all of the trending stories across all the papers this morning. Okay, and we have, of course, the Naira redesign was unveiled yesterday. The new notes, the new Naira notes were unveiled yesterday by the president, and a lot of reactions have followed that. Okay, and after that, aside from that, we also have here the fact that the APC chairman seems to have some sort of concerns or worry as regards the BVAS, that's the bimodal voter accreditation system. Okay, citing network as an issue, that there are some areas that are having network issues. What about those areas? However, PDP has waded in and said, oh no, we totally support the use of BVAS for the 2023 elections. And even INEC themselves have also reiterated that yes, they are insisting and they are going to go ahead with that particular one, with the use of BVAS and IREV. All right, we also have trending across the papers this morning. UK is watching Nigeria closely. British High Commissioner tells politicians. Okay, so as regards the general elections, the UK has said that they will be watching the elections itself. Anyone or any party found wanting as regards electoral violence or electoral misconduct, of course, they said they have their own sanctions that they will be putting forward. All right, and we also have why the redesign was approved at all and why it was approved locally. All right, and the reasons being given or the reasons given is the fact that the redesign is supposed to be done, a redesign or currency redesign is supposed to be done every 5 to 8 years, and Nigeria has not done any redesign or any major redesign in the past 19 to 20 years, which is why this redesign was very, very important. And then some people have come up with the thought that is this actually going to in any way have any economic relevance, and the fact that EFCC or the CBN governor said EFCC and ICPC are tracking withdrawal of large volumes of cash. Okay, as they push this new notes into circulation, they are going to be tracking people that are going to be withdrawing large amounts of cash from the banks. Let's not forget that everyone has their withdrawal limit. So as a person, your withdrawal limit is, I think, 500,000. Yes, I think 500,000 naira or so. That's the withdrawal limit across the counter now. And then companies, I think, is 3 million naira. Yes. Okay, so also another thing that they said is the new notes is supposed to fortify or the new notes have been fortified against counterfeiting. All right, and that they said some features there would make them difficult to forge. All right, some features on the notes. We don't know so much about that yet, but still trending also is the fact that NNPC meets marketers as petrol scarcity buys harder. And on that one, we also have the fact that independent marketers have raised petrol price to 240 naira per litre as the shortage and scarcity still persists in Lagos State. Okay, another trending story, of course, is Obi's plane grounded as some of his supporters had issues with aviation authorities, saying the plane that they were supposed to board to go for the Oyo State rally, the Oyo Obidati rally, was grounded here in Lagos by powers that be. However, that one is still ongoing, or the back and forth is still there, but still on the front pages of our papers, we have Paris Club refund. Governors stop deductions. Consultants head for French court. All right. Still, as regards the Attorney General of the Federation and, of course, the Nigerian Governors Forum, back and forth as regards the payment of the Paris consultants. That's another trending story. Okay, so which one, piqued your own interest? Is it also the statement from Ohaneze saying Obi represents the soul of Ndibu? All right, so which one has piqued your interest? Let's have that conversation this morning. The phone line is open: 09136000410, 09136000410. You can put a phone call through, or send a text message or a WhatsApp message, and let's have the conversation. Pick whatever trending story you would like to focus on. Most importantly, you have just 2 minutes. All right, and let's keep it clean. The moment we start going off, we all know what comes after that. All right, please, let's try to keep our conversations clean. Would appreciate it. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sister Sandra.
Good morning.
This is Mr. Martin.
Mr. Martin, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Shomoru.
Okay, please go ahead.
I want to ask, the federal government said that the money they discover is $1 billion. Have you?
Looted funds, yes.
Looted funds, yes, in 2016.
Yes.
But you can remember, you media are the center of the team, the middleman between government and the ordinary person. Have you?
Okay.
Yes. But you're supposed to be asking questions. The money discovered before that, from that 2015, the one they discovered in Sokaway, the one they discovered in their ground, the one they discovered in the uncompleted building, and the one discovered in the Koli in Amechi quarter, which $13 billion, which the state the governor of Rivers State was fighting federal government that they should return it for them. And nobody is asking questions, and they are telling us it's only $1 billion recovery. This is a lie now, and the media are not doing anything. Nobody will ask. If you people that are media cannot ask, is it really that is a ordinary person can ask? And another headline, you said that the next year are going to increase tax, isn't it?
I didn't read anything as regards taxes.
I have the language say that there will be increments of tax. That when the agency is raising around the Nigeria will face plus tax from next year.
That's not from me, sir.
Okay. Now, if they are afraid of increasing tax now from next year, but what of about Tinubu that have put it in the manifestation?
Look, Mr. Martins. Mr. Martins, I did not read that story, so I can't attend to that story. I'm sorry.
Okay. That is it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Martins.
Hello.
With you.
And another thing is this designing note. They say designing. There are different of designing and repainting, or they just repaint it, not design. If you design.
All right, sorry about that. 2 minutes up. But as regards the 1 billion naira that was looted funds since 2015, that this current administration is claiming that they have recovered. Well, we have to give you the report. It's from investigations, that we brought out this particular report. So if the federal government said yesterday that, they recovered $1 billion being looted funds since the inception of President Muhammadu Buhari, of course, there are different people, different corners that are looking into the matter, asking the relevant questions, and one of which, where exactly, okay, even if, let's say, for example, sake of stay, that is what was actually recovered. What did they use it for? Where what was it deployed to? Or what was it deployed into? And there are claims that the various sectors of the economy, including poverty alleviation. All right, but you can get all of the details, okay, on page 9 of Vanguard newspaper. Page 9 of Vanguard newspaper has all of that details. I would not be reading the entire report for you. All right, thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Yes, good morning, Alhaji Subaya.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
First of all, I want to talk about this new Naira note.
Okay.
You see, Yoruba used to say something. You see, I will translate it in English. You leave the priority. You are not trashing, trash unnecessary issues. Why I'm saying is this. You see, the new Naira note, actually, it has some economic benefit, a little. in terms of forgery. But let's ask ourselves, what economic impact is it going to be? Sandra, you remember our, OPEC, quota. Are we meeting it? What is Nigeria producing? You see, look, these are what is the position of our refinery? We continue to pay subsidy. We continue to waste our money. The reality of economy is not addressed. You are not talking of changing our naira note. What economic benefit is it going to give us right now? That is that. You see, you talk about the return, looted money, Sandra. $1 billion. Sandra, it's a huge of money. It can revive the whole Nigeria. $1 billion. You see, I think that question is a great question. And I'm sorry to say, you see, we cannot be fooled. We cannot be well. Nigerians cannot be fooled again, because we know it's because being the government. We know what is going on, but whatever you sow, you are going to reap. I will not talk more than that. Have a nice day.
Okay. I want to, because I didn't get that middle part of what he said. I sincerely hope we are not the ones sowing and reaping whatever it is. But as regards that, like I said, we can get all that details on page 9 of Vanguard newspaper. All right. Thank you very much. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Mrs. Sandra.
Okay.
Thank you very much. My name is Peter. I am calling from Dino.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Peter. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Let me first of all talk about the Naira redesign.
Okay.
See, I don't know what else we Nigerians need again. We are talking about economic impact of the redesigning of Naira. Constitutionally, it is between 5 to 8 years, and about 19 years ago, we have never changed the color of our Naira. That is number one. Then number two, some people have turned their own house to a bank, which the CBN governor is also talking about. And there are some people, and there are some report of fake Naira every part of the country. So what exactly we want? If the decision of CBN is okay or not, why can't and see the impact? Something of yesterday, and we have already known about everything, every effort that is going to be taken as time goes on. No, that is number one. Then number two, Paradebanjo lead a bid campaign or yesterday. It's a good one, but can he support of fairness and justice and whatever? Can it prevail the decision of Nigeria come 2023 to make Obi a president? Thank you very much, and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Of course, I think we've had a conversation as regards Paradebanjo and his Afeniferi's endorsement of Peter Obi of the Labour Party. Well, everybody is entitled, of course, to their own thoughts and opinion. That's why it's democracy. Choose whomever it is that you. It all bends down to your choice. You're the only one that will be facing. You're the only one with the thumb that will be making that vote change come next year. So if it's going to be a determining factor,
good morning, station and that. I was nowhere. There is no light. It's no problem at all. My transformer do not have any fault, and there is no breakdown of any pole or anything. It's just there is no power. For the past 3 weeks now, for the past 3 weeks now, they only bring in the middle of the night, maybe around that kind 12, around 4 in the morning they will take it. Okay, during the day there's no light. I don't just understand what is going on. I don't know. These people always go in everything with propaganda, and I have said it several times. You can win an election by propaganda, but you can never govern a nation by propaganda. Now they are fighting against beavers. Believe you me, this man is wasting his time. The APC national chairman that is telling us that Nigeria is not covered with a network, that the beavers they are dragging their feet against it. Believe you me, we cannot continue to retrogress as a nation. We continue to progress. We are going to use that beavers if it is what will give us a free, fair, and credible election. Sandra, anybody that is standing against it is wasting his time. Nigeria is going to use it, and we are going to elect a president that will not govern this country by propaganda, by sincerity. That is what we need. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Don Peters. All right. Well, as regards the beavers, INEC has already, confirmed that there's no going back on the use of beavers. So that's a done deal. Actually, we are going to use beavers. Beavers is going to be deployed. It will be used, and I think there are some, contingency plans as regards, areas where they may or may not be network. All right. But as regards the fuel, it's also a serious cause for concern for a lot of people. As we all know, this is a radio station, and we depend heavily on power. Very, very important. So it's hitting every single soul out there. So trust me, when everybody is hit by this particular one, and the fact that a lot of people or these marketers are blaming all of this or pushing the blame on the private depot, saying you can't expect us to lift fuel at 200 naira per liter from private depots and still sell it at 165 naira. So the question now is why what exactly is happening with NNPC, and also why the private depots are pushing out fuel at 200 naira per liter. Although NNPC has also mentioned that they will be meeting with marketers over this petrol scarcity issue as we move on. We'll see if we can get more stories as regards that particular one. So NNPC had an operational meeting with marketers in order to ensure that products were effectively distributed across the country. You can get all the details of that one on page 21 of the Punch newspaper. All right, it still trends in the papers. It's open mic. Let's have that conversation. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Yes.
This is Patrick Kokoro from Ikorodu.
Okay, please go ahead, Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, based on Peter Obi campaign, that they don't allow his private jet to land in Lagos here.
They didn't allow it take off.
Okay, take off, right?
Yes.
That's the last thing APC can do. We all know.
You can't wait. Hold on. Let's be very careful, because it's still the information surrounding that one is still hazy. We can't say it is this particular person or this particular people or this particular party that is the cause for that one, because even they themselves. Hold on, please. All right, you can have your speculations, you can have your theories, but let's be very careful. This is national radio, so we don't just push agendas out there. All right, even they themselves have said that this was done by powers that be. So let's leave it at that.
Did you know if I'm doing governing Lagos State, and I'm holding on the power, I can't give a room to people that tackle my opposition.
Why?
You know that.
I don't know that. We're in a democracy.
As your radio station, as your radio station, everybody listening. Do you know you always claim that your radio station is the best? You know that. So that is for Peter Obi and his people, cha. But come to Pawade Banjo. Well, I give kudos to the man in trying. So he didn't up to expectation. But come to Ohaneze speaking for behalf of Peter Obi. Ohaneze is not speaking of Igbo people mind. You understand? Hello?
I'm with you, Mr. Patrick.
So Ohaneze.
Okay. Grounded reasons. All of the details.
Very from the studio. It was by the expressway. I want Mr. Attorney General to say that and protect like People's Bank. But perhaps the money to infant Latin earlier, we enjoy why my dear.
And you too. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please turn off your radio or reduce the volume.
Okay, hello?
Hello?
It's off now.
Yes, thank you.
Now of concern, 2 areas where the designer
Okay.
your
name, sir?
John from Mobile.
Okay.
The major reason why our naira is falling against the dollar, they've not addressed it. They are in the naira notes. Okay, people stored money at their homes. They've turned their homes into banks. Are these people ordinary men? Are they common men as you? These are people that will just make a call to the banks, and the money will be changed for them. Nothing will ever happen. That is number one. Two, the idea of our SS crew that time, depreciating by 89%. Jonathan left. Jonathan, I'm not a party man. Jonathan left 45 something billion dollars, right? In that, what have they done with the money in the ECA account? What have they done with it? They cannot give us clear-cut account of what they have done with that money. And see, now we are indebted. The money borrowed, like I said, is not properly utilized. We can't really point at what they've done with that money, with the money borrowed and the money in the SS. Nigeria is bleeding from all parts of their body. Nose, ear, mouth, everywhere. Eyes. Just like somebody that is attacked with by tuberculosis. What's their problem? This is a shame.
All right.
Bye. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello, 09136 0000410. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Mr. Timothy calling you from Ojo. We are talking about mineral redesign. As for me, they just change the color. It's color redesign. Nothing like redesign there. I'm talking about SS crude account. You can see how the money in the SS crude account has depreciated. With the money they have borrowed, about 40 trillion naira. You can see the worst that APC government has done to Nigeria. And I believe, by God's grace, any government that is coming in power, this APC government has so many questions to answer to Nigerians. And you see what we are discussing yesterday, that we are alleging that some APC stewards, how they are sending text message. And you can confirm it with this one that happened today now, that they are afraid of beavers. Already the chairman is now saying that so many places there is no network. His business, INEC is assuring us that they can transmit results successfully. Why are they afraid? Because no space for them to rig again. With proper election, I know APC is not coming back to power. And God will do this time around. They will fail because they have disappointed Nigerians. They have made poverty to be in the land. They have made hunger to be in the land. They have made insecurity to be worse in the land. And God will judge them. Have a nice day. God bless you.
And you too. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, Joseph from Norway.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah. In fact, I look for this country. Fuel is being sold for 250 naira. Nobody's talking. A bag of rice is being sold almost getting to 50,000. Nobody's talking. The only prayer point we have, you don't need to pray for Nigeria. All you need to pray for is to pray for the people. Because the prayer point to the people is that God should revive them so that they should come out of this suffering and smelling things. Because it's appalling. We all started from making excuses for this government. And for me, as far as I'm concerned, this government, there will not be any new government if APC comes back again. So all we need now is to pray for the people so that they can change. This attitude of suffering and smiling, swallowing things now, I don't know where it comes from. I don't know who do us. The person will do us this thing, I beg. Anywhere you do, you can see afford rated rain and red oil. Please, come and accept it so that your people could get things. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so you're still on to Mainland 98.3 FM. It's Mainland Focus. And usually we pick one or two trending stories from the front pages of the papers and, flesh things out, open up the phone line for you to share in the conversation. However, on Thursdays, we just leave the phone line open. You pick whichever, trending story that you want to focus on and, let's have a conversation around that particular one. So let's move to taking messages now. I'll be back to taking phone calls in a bit. So please stay with me. All right. Okay. I have here. Good morning, Mainland FM. Increase in the fuel pump. The people that grounded Nigeria during the Jonathan era has suddenly not seen anymore. Sandra, until we live beyond tribal sentiments, will not make headway. May God help us. And that is Chris Ojugbeli from Ikeja with his own thoughts there. We also have Good Morning Mainland FM. This is Evangelist Ben Nobi. Thank God Almighty for Wiki and the integrity team. They saw something and they are saying something. Thank God for the likes of General Olusegun, retired, Obasanjo, may he live long. Thanks to God for Pade Banjo, a Ferry leader. Thanks to God that Mr. Peter Obi is a candidate. Victory for Nigerians. Amen. That's Evangelist Ben Nobi. All right, we also have Awolo Christopher from Shogunle saying, my main take is on the APC opposition of the use of beavers. APC may have seen the handwriting on the wall. Nigerians should resist attempts to rig next year's election. Secondly, Naira new note is a welcome development in terms of curbing excesses as regards criminality and corruption, provided it can be properly enforced. Thanks and have a nice day. And that is Awolo Christopher from Shogunle. All right, we also have good morning, Sandra. 1. The plane of a presidential candidate is grounded at this time is for questioning. Thorough investigations should be made to ascertain the cause for criticisms or apologies to be made in any case. 2. Ohaneze Ndibo's support for Obi is clear. In fact, I think Igbo presidency at this time will make a lot of good to the Igbo race and the Nigerian nation. Let's try and see. And that is Chief C.I. Abiagom in Akonwojo. All right, thank you. We also have Hi Mainland FM. The redesigning of the Naira is a welcome development to the country, but not at this time when inflation rate has increased by another few percent. In the short run, the inflation rate will be very high as a lot of rural areas do not have access to banks and habitual keeping of notes by a lot of Nigerians who are not enlightened about a cashless economy. I agree with Mr. Fuad on subsidy removal. In an economy that is working, the subsidy is very effective. But in a country like Nigeria with a lot of failing economic issues and lack of refineries, this will lead to a lot of suffering as we depend 100%. Good morning, Mainland FM. Sandra, I can bet my life if free, fair and credible election is allowed today, APC as a party can never win more than 6 states. That's why they are against the electoral means of voting and transmission of results. Bernard Agbo from Bariga. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Auntie Sandra.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, we have Chief Akpagwadi. I'm calling from Songo.
All right, please go ahead.
Indeed, I didn't want to call before, but because of the issue that people are understanding.
Okay.
First of all, if you don't have knowledge of national economic management, you will not understand the way things are going.
Okay.
People are talking about the breakdown on the excess crew account.
Yeah.
And I want to remind people that I'm not behind this government, but the source of our money was from NNPC. Since February, NNPC has been privatized, not been remitting any money to the central account, education account. The government has to look for that source, either borrowing, excess crew account, and wherever they can get all these internal generated source of customs and so on and so forth to make the allocations they are given to the state. And that accounts for where the excess account will continue to go down because we are not even producing enough. Number two, the issue of how they spend the recovery. I think the problem we have is that people don't know how to do that. They only have money to buy credit. You can Google it. Any return use, there's an agreement on how such money to be spent since this government came to power. And they've been following it. You see the Lagos Ibadan Express Road, the Niger Bridge, second Niger Bridge, social intervention and stuff like that. And these people monitor the disbursement of this fund. And if there is no confidence on this government, we will not be returning such money. So I want people to go and educate themselves better than they are at the moment, so that they will not just condemn everything that happens to government. So that is my humble contribution. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning. It's interesting, that kind of thought. But I want to ask now, as regards the excess crude account. So if the NNPC, yes, privatized, has not been remitting into the FAC account since early this year. So this excess crude account that has depleted, there were billions and billions of dollars in it years before this one. So Are you telling me that in this short period of time that NNPC was privatized, that is when this depletion happened because funds is not entering into it? So therefore, all the funds have to go out. I'm trying to make sense of that particular one. If someone can help me out with that, I would appreciate. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Is it Milan FM?
Correct.
Good morning, Mr. Sandra and Fawad.
It's okay.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Matthew, calling from Oba.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Matthew.
Yeah, I've listened to this program for a long time now, and I'm a first-time caller.
You're welcome.
Thank you. This APC, this thing. See, I think there's one caller that I called about sending the text message. A colleague of mine hopefully showed me his own message. I think there should be very, very watchful with some messages that they will be receiving on their phones, because I saw it for myself.
What message is that?
There's a message that all these politicians are sending. Say, do not vote for. I don't want call names. I don't want.
It's okay. Don't call names.
They say, they don't vote to these specific people. I saw it for myself yesterday. Yes. I don't want to call any party name.
No need to call party name.
So then the issue of people, I think some enemies are against that man, but I know nobody, when something is being given to you by the God, nobody will take it from the person. I'll be dreaming about it because it's my own president now, current. Thank you. That's my own take.
So, all right, thank you very much. Okay, so if we have other people that are receiving these messages, I don't know. I have not received it. This is the first time I'm hearing that people are getting text messages and not to vote a particular candidate. I don't know how true that is. This is the first time I'm actually getting that sort of report. But thank you very much, although I appreciate Mr. Matthew. Thank you for calling into the show. All right. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Is that Sandra?
Yes, correct. Mainland FM.
Okay. Okay. What of Fuad? This is Barrister Peter Oku from London, Mainland.
All right. Carry on, Mr. Peter.
Yes. My take on focus this morning is this issue of the PDP governorship candidate in Kaduna State accusing El-Rufai of borrowing and putting the state in debt. You see, why this issue is very pertinent and disturbing is that it's not only in Kaduna State. If you check all the states, if you do your investigative journalism, you'll find out that most of the governors that are leaving office in September, they are all involved in borrowing.
All states are owing, actually, Mr. Barrister Peter. All the states in the country are owing.
Yes, they are owing, but they are borrowing a lot because you remember the other day, Delta State issue upon all the allocations they get from the federal government, it's a 10% realization. They are still borrowing. They are owing 325 billion to the banks. And when Ibori was there, he borrowed, Uduaha borrowed, and this one is borrowing. They leave this debt because they make money from the borrowings. So the press they should do the needful thing by investigating all the governors. They are stealing our money and leaving a lot of debt behind.
You can do investigations, yes, of course. You can call for investigations as to regards how they are spending money, but just throwing it out there that they're stealing. Let's be careful with the word that we are using. I would appreciate that, Barrister Peter, of course. But thank you very much for your contribution to the show. I was thinking you were going to say something, although as regards the Kaduna State in particular, but it is a cause of concern. If you listen to Ballot 23 still on this station, you would realize that anytime we have a governorship candidate in Lagos State on that show, we always ask them the question of how Lagos is, generates the highest, has the highest IGR, and then also is the most indebted state in the country. How is that possible? How is that working? How does that work? These are the questions that we are asking, and a lot of people are asking the same question in different states. You have allocations, you have what you earn as a state, and you still have the fact that a lot of all these people are owing. Let's also not forget, Lord have mercy. Let's also not forget that even Nigeria as a country, it's here that at this point now with the financially. But thank you very much once again, Barrister Peter Oko. 09136000410 09136000410. All right. Feel free to call in or send a text message or a WhatsApp message. One thing that I just need to keep putting out there is, let's be careful with the use of our language. That's all I need from you. If you're free to express yourself, you're free to say whatever it is you want to say, but please, the language is very, very important, the language that we use. All right, so that's what we mean by keep it clean. When I say keep it clean, it means let's use languages that are radio friendly or media friendly or broadcast friendly. Very important. All right, we have here, good morning Mainland FM. This is Alex from Apapa. I want to talk about the Naira redesign. I think it's a waste of resources and funds, money that was supposed to be used for more important things. Again, asking people to deposit old Naira notes is equally a waste of time, because people who are stack of money could easily take the money, buy some dollars, and later on buy Naira with the new Naira notes. All right, so God help us. And that is Alex from Akpapa. All right, we also have, good morning, this is Akin Shola from Abule Egba. The Naira change is a waste. This government, just okay. The fuel discovered in the north hopefully will be a blessing in Nigeria. They have not been able to manage the existing refineries. They have been transporting it overseas for refining. As for NNPC, no accountability. We have fuel scarcity in the country. No mineral resources in this country has been exploited and managed well. Unfortunately, our rulers will still mismanage this resource for themselves and not the people until we make some changes. And that is Akin Shola from Abule Egba. All right, we also have, good morning Sandra. I can categorically state to you that CBN used they used one very popular cream, bleaching cream, to bleach them. It's okay. Mr. Bukasin from Yanopacha, thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
My name is
Your name again?
Abubakar.
Abubakar. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Apapa.
From
Apapa.
Apapa. All right, please go ahead, Mr. Abubakar.
Yeah, I want to comment on the issue of kidnapped people
Okay.
and the issue of future business.
The issue of,
I think investment.
okay.
Future investment. Okay. What I'm saying is that it's something that is so good when you come into Kaduna State. You can see where the investment, where most of the funds that have been taken out of it. You can see it. You can see the part of the transport. They use really type of the question. You use Kaduna State and the local government. And if you check the last investment that is in Kaduna State, you can see the greatest investment that
all right, Mr. Abubakar, I am struggling to hear you. I can barely hear what you're saying. I'm so sorry. Maybe you should try to call back. Yes, thank you very much. I can barely hear what he was saying. And let it not be as if we didn't get the point that he was trying to make. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Yakub Olatunji. I'm calling from K2.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Yakub.
I want to talk about the international scene of yesterday. And a gunman killed 10 people in America yesterday.
That's not for this particular program, sir.
Okay, not for this, but I want to relate it to what is happening in Nigeria
Okay.
about all the negative news we are pushing out.
Mm.
So, in America, we will say it's an advanced country and zone country. And if a gunman can kill 10 people before he overpowered, if it's Nigeria, I don't say killing is, I don't tolerate the killing. No. But if it's Nigeria, now they will say, it cannot happen in America, it cannot happen in Britain. They value their citizens. But we in Nigeria, we don't value our citizens. About 2 years ago, during the time of sun, a gunman went into all and killed 71 people before he overpowered.
Hello. All right. So what happened in America was actually a mental issue. You know, someone just went into a store and started shooting, and then turned the gun on himself and then shot himself. I think it's an established issue that in America they have a serious problem with their gun laws. They need to really look into that. Anybody can just go apply for a gun and have a licensed gun, and then people just go up and down doing interesting things. And you also have access to so many equipments that people use to put together guns. That does not in any way excuse the wrongs and ills that is happening in our own country here in Nigeria. Okay, we may not have terrible gun laws, but we have so many other things that is choking the average Nigerian right now. A lot of things happening. I mean, we're talking about 200 naira per liter of fuel, and there are some people that their businesses are heavily dependent on this particular commodity. And we're also talking about bread now, is 1,000 naira, is 1,005. There are so many other issues that the average Nigerian is going through or is facing every day, aside from America's issue with their gun laws. Okay, so I don't think at this point now it's time for us to start doing comparison analysis or whose problem is higher than whose problem. Everybody has their problem. I mean, the problem of Nigeria is peculiar to Nigeria. So let's focus on that and see how we can bring ourselves out of the mess that we found ourselves. All right, moving on. Let's take some messages as we wrap things up on this particular segment. By 9:45, I'll be back with international stories on Global View. All right, I have here, hi Mainland, how I wish this new note self-destroys after 3 to 4 years, so that anyone stocking it up at home for selfish reasons will know what they are in for. Self-destruction, that's interesting. Well, Ezekiel from Palm Grove, thank you very much. Apparently watches a lot of sci-fi movies. Okay, we also have Frank from Egbeda saying that I disagree that Pa Adebanjo should invite all politicians, then asking what they will do for the Yorubas. That's not the best way. The best way is to fix Nigeria so that every region in Nigeria will benefit. Every region experience peace and unity, not promising one region what they would do for them. On APC chairman afraid of the use of beavers, I think APC has something fishy. I listened to okay, let's put that one aside. Okay, you can send the voice notes so I can hear it before I discuss the contents of the voice note. I think I should hear what that voice note is saying before I can read it out. Okay, I would appreciate that one. All right, we also have good morning Sandra. Honestly, this government is extremely wasteful. The huge amount our father in other worlds sent to us through Western Union has been squandered. Honestly, it's a huge mistake that we voted these people. Believe me, APC will go the extra mile to do manipulate things in 2023. So let's be watchful. Sincerely speaking, I don't think we're preparing for tomorrow in this country. Damlola from Alaba, I guess he was trying to reach us via the phone line but could not. Okay, I have a message here. There's no name, no location, so I can't read that one. Okay, good morning Mainland FM. As I wrap things up, please, all trending stories are all issues surrounding our problems as a country, and discussing them are equally as good as time allows. All I know is that there is always challenging periods in the history of all nations in the world, but when overcome, the story changes. All I believe is that one day, very soon, this country will overcome the current problem, irrespective of our differences, religious, ethnicity, political, or otherwise. There is no opinion that is wasted if critically followed, but we should be careful as an individual Nigerian working with our minds help this nation overcome their problem. Vote buying, fuel increment, new naira note, loot recovery, poor management of economy are part of developmental agenda. But somehow, one day, we will surely get over all these only when we work on individual minds as a good citizen of this country. May God help us as a nation. I'm more concerned on our individual reasonings. Good morning, every listener. Taiwo Adekunle from Tipa Ketu in Lagos. Thank you very much. And that is all we can take, unfortunately, this morning on the show. Apologies if I wasn't able to take your phone call or your text messages or WhatsApp messages. Time is never really a friend. That's why we try to ensure that let's stick to the 2 minutes that we give you on the phone line. Okay, would really appreciate that. Okay, I'll be back by 9:45 as we talk about international stories, okay, on Global View. In the meantime, just as someone has said, individual reasoning is very important. At the end of the day, it's just you and the ballot paper in that at that polling unit. All right, very important. So let your conscience make the decision, and I hope you follow our conscience. Very important. Stay with us. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. We are the sound of Lagos.